be able to like translate that to like when we're actually thinking about making trading decisions.
Yeah.
But let me pull up. I'm gonna go over GU. It's a pain to have MetaTrader 4. I have a Mac because I have to pay for a server and run this remote desktop so I can do the whole MetaTrader 4 thing.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I remote onto my work PC because it's a lot better. It's a
Yeah.
lot smoother.
Let's see. All right. Until then, I'll do this. Let's look at dollar index. See, I drew this. Okay. This is like a support and resistance zone. We got bounces from the zone here, here, and then this
Yeah.
is the resistance zone, resistance. Price is breaking through here now. If we get a clean break of this zone, the next target is going to be up here at 98.26. So if this is
So
going up, we don't need to be trying to sell Euro USD because we know that it does the exact opposite. Okay. Here is GU. Let's see, where is it at?
wouldn't GU also do the complete opposite?
Not necessarily because, I mean, if you look at EU and the dollar index, they literally do the exact same thing, but it's opposite. But GU is like a little different. But I mean, EU, or I guess the pound and the euro, are similarly valued. So at times they will make similar moves. But I mean, at the end of the day, they are both different economies. So it's like we still have to factor that in. Like they can still do opposite things, or one can move higher than the other because they're different.
Yeah.
GU. I guess I don't have it. GU. Okay. 15-minute. Okay. Look at this.
Do you use the crossover arrows or not?
No, I don't need them.
Hmm.
All right, check.
I don't even know how to use them, man.
Okay.
Hmm.
So here, we got this is the low of the previous week, right?
Yeah.
Level 1, consolidation, level 2, level 3, and then we got this big move down. Okay. 3 days of 3 days of drop, so we knew that the reversal was imminent, right? And then
Yeah.
we got a pin right here. This is the low of the week. Price didn't break it, so price shot up, and then price came back down here to the EMA. So this was yesterday's high, and then like look, if you draw a Fibonacci tool from here to here, it was a 50% retracement. So there were retail traders, that did this 50%. But if you
Yeah.
look here on the next day, um, we got London session, we got pins to the Mayo, right? Pins to the Mayo. This was their
Yeah.
entry. Entry one, we got one push, two pushes, we got three. And then price came back down, and price came back to this level here, yesterday's high. The blue tracer means yesterday's high.
Yeah.
Price didn't break it, and we got these pins. Look at all these pins, and we got here's the New York session box, and we got a shadow box right here. Price quickly retreated from this zone and really gave us 1, 2, 3, another hour after it retraced from this zone before it dropped. So
But
that
what's your entry candle there?
your entry candle would have been. So I entered on the 513. So I entered on this big. When so first of all, actually, the 513 crossed here. So I entered right here, but then it came back up. But I knew where yesterday's high was. So I actually entered too early because I entered before the New York session started. So I saw the
Right.
513 cross, but my timing was off because it was before gap time, and they used gap time to hit the stops and to work this level again because they're greedy. And so I entered another lot up here. So and then it came down, and then they held price here for another hour before they actually dropped it. So you could have entered on this candle, then it pulled back. But we know stop loss, if we entered on this candle, stop loss would have been above this level, above this wick. You know what I mean? And if you're using proper risk management, we're in the right segment of the market. So if it comes back and hits the stop loss, okay, whatever. You know what I mean? Bad trade. But it didn't because we're in the right segment of the market. We got a multi-session M. We entered after the stop hunt. Everything kind of worked out in our favor with this one. I don't know why. People were trying to buy this. Well, actually, I know why people were trying to buy this, but I mean, this is a textbook New York reversal setup here.
Mm.
And if you
if you look at the euro again, the euro dollar,
it's a good 70 pips.
Yeah, that was a good trade.
And it sucks because when I'm at work, I don't have this template in front of me, so I can't really look at this. But man, I'm telling you, if I had the template in front of me and I'm at work, or if I'm at home, I'd be killing the New York session. But it's like,
so you see the euro dollar, it's just for the last 2, 3 since Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, no, since Friday last week, it's just been bearish. So isn't it due a pullback now?
yeah. So, I mean, so people were trying to buy here. I mean, because there was news right here. I mean, so really, there was high impact news yesterday and today. So
yeah.
I know that they're going to hesitate. They hesitated. It's all hesitation. They're not going to make the real move before news. They're going to use that as a catalyst. So you're right. There was 3 days of drop. There should have been some sort of correction. And but it's a matter of when. But so here, we got the 1, 2, 3. So 3 pushes to the low, right? I mean, some people could have probably entered right here. I don't know what this was. I think this is news. Yeah, this is all news. So they ran the stops here for the people trying to buy, and the people that were selling already. They hit the stops both ways. So that's why we don't use the buy, stop, sell, stop strategy, because it's really gambling. But yeah, they hit the ADR low, and then they moved aggressively away from it. And we know that this was the low of the week because it dropped for 4 days, and then it broke this low right here, yesterday's low. And we know that it's a Thursday, so we can just assume that, okay, that's the low. That's the low of the week for sure. So this is why we don't be in position before news, and this is why we wait till news happens so that we can see the impact, because no one really knows. And it was very unclear right here. But
if we look at the 4-hour chart on this, so it gives us the weekly on the separator. Yeah, doesn't that look ideal to buy now?
No, because it pinned the water. It pinned the 50 EMA on the 4-hour time frame. So we know that when we're counter trend trading, when we're counter trend trading, we are taking profit at the water and at the mayo. So if we look now at the 4-hour, you see how the 5 and 13 crossed here? This is on the 4-hour. 5 and 13 crossed, and we waited for the candle to close above.
Yeah.
This is on the 4-hour time frame, so there's still a bunch of time. We as traders, we think that, okay, we got to be in a rush to enter the trade. Like that's not the case. Like they actually give a lot of time before they actually make their move, because the real move is slow and steady. So yeah, so look here, 5 and 13 still haven't crossed, and no candles have closed above. There was this big spike right here, but price closed right back down. If we don't get any closure above, price is still going to drop.
What
That's
about
just bottom line.
the third last candle is closed above the 13, no?
I mean,
But
so the candles, so the candle hasn't closed yet. It'll close in 40 minutes, but also the EMAs haven't crossed.
the EMAs haven't crossed yet, yeah.
Yeah. You see how EMA crossed, candles closed below, pinned it, boom, drop. It's easy sell. Easy sell off the 4 hour.
Yeah.
But it's like, we got to know, okay, right now it's about to be the Asian session. We shouldn't enter this trade for a buy. I mean, there's no real confirmations anywhere to buy this. I mean, if you wanted to trade news, you could have, and you definitely take profit here, because we saw the price came right back down. But I mean, like, let's look at the 15-minute. Here, let's look at NZD/USD, because I mean, like I said, like there was a bunch of news on Euro. I knew that I wasn't going to trade that pair. And I actually tried to trade and I lost money. And I was like, man, why am I trying to trade this pair right now? Like, this is like playing with fire. Like the odds are against us when there's news. Like I guarantee you there was a better setup. So here I'm pissed on this pair, because on Sunday, so here, this is Friday, they created the high of the week on Friday.
Yeah.
And then Sunday, they came back out of London, pulled back to the same level. Look, pulled back to the same level and gave us 3 intraday pushes to the upside, right? 1, 2, 3. Divergence. Second leg of your second leg, multi-session M, second leg of the second leg, 22 trade. This was your entry, So we got the 513 cross, boom. So this would have been your entry candle. Price pulled back, you could have re-entered. And this was just a simple break and retest. Like, people try and make the strategy so complicated. If you weren't trading this method, which is completely fine, you would just get out your shapes, rectangle, right?
Yeah.
Price came up, price came back. What? I wish I knew how to. Okay, here we go. Look. Price broke out, then price came back down, price retested. This is your entry. Boom.
Yeah.
And then look what happened. For the entire week, price dropped. And then it came back and gave us a pullback. This is your 50-50 bounce trade. 50-50 bounce right here. And this was a simple break and retest. Go back to
on the 15-minute chart, the 50-50 bounce, is that the light blue or the yes, the light blue, isn't it?
Well, this is the hour. This is the hour chart. If you look on the hour chart, it would be the 50 bounce on the hour chart. Because I think on the 15-minute chart, if we got the 50 bounce, that would have been your safety trade. That would have been out of level 1.
Yeah.
And we would have got a pullback here, and we would have got a peak formation. No, we would have got like an M right here out of level 1 consolidation. So we would have got a pullback up to here, and it got an M, but we didn't get that. So there was no safety trade here. So if you were looking on this out of the Asian session, get my rectangle.
On the 15-minute chart, is the safety trade, does it happen on the white line? On the white EMA?
Well, just look for a M out of the London session. That's what you look for. Yeah, that's all you look for. If you don't get that, there's no safety trade. This was a straightaway. Where it just kind of just bounced off of the EMAs straight away.
Mm.
There's no visible stop hunt out of level 1, which is here. It just kind of consolidated. So here, look, price broke out of that zone, break, retest. Simple.
Retest the 200.
Yeah. Well, I mean, not even looking at the EMAs, it just retested this broken support.
Yeah.
Because this is support right here. Price bounced, and then price broke through it, and then price came back to retest. So I entered like right here. I entered right here, and then price came back to that same level in the London in the Asian session, and then I fell asleep, and I woke up like mid London, and we were in deep profit, and then I closed out this morning. I closed out this morning. So like honestly, if we're not getting setups like this, we shouldn't be trading. Like this is clear. It's clear. Like a lot of the times, we're just taking crap. We're just taking crap trades, and it's not clear. Like if I saw I did see this, but it was Sunday, Monday. So and I fell asleep during London, so I didn't wake up, and so like I woke up and I was like, man. But like if I'm looking at this and I see that price didn't break this level, I would have dropped 3-4 lots on this. Yeah. No problem, because this is a high probability trade setup. Like you can go big. I mean, call it gambling, whatever, but you know what's going to happen. I mean, they might run the stops, try and break yesterday's high. If they don't break yesterday's high, we're good. And you see they held this level for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bars. They held the level for 5 bars. So that's 15, 30, 45, 60. That's 75 minutes. That's an hour. Hour and 5 minutes. 15 minutes, yeah. It's an hour and 15 minutes. So in an hour and 15 minutes, you can determine, okay, what's going to happen. You know what I mean? That's why patience is so good for this, because like you don't need to make rash decisions and just enter like recklessly. Like you can sit back and you can watch it for an hour and make the decision like, hey, I'm going to enter this trade. Everything's lining up. It's looking good. Shark fin out of the water, first leg here. Came back, gave us a second M here, blood in the water. The hour gave us our signal confirmation on the 1 hour. That's what that means. Then price dropped, price came back, retested here. See your entry. This is an easy setup. Easy setup. Easy setup. Let's see. Let's look at GCAD. Where's GCAD?
So to recover that 30 grand, did you just use this strategy only?
Yeah, man. That's all you need.
Yeah.
This is all about just patience, man. It's patience. Okay. Look, give us a second leg here. Price is closing below. Here. I want to see. Okay, so here, what we would do, shapes, rectangle, we try and find break and retest. It's going to be like a break and retest trade. So obviously wait till tomorrow. See? Price broke through, price retesting.
Yeah.
So we'll probably get another level down here, shapes, around here. I like to see a clean break of this zone down here, retest, and then end the day at a sell. I'd like to see that.
But you think it's going to bounce off the 800 EMA or not?
It could. It could. It'll give us a pullback for sure. But if GU's dropping, pound's weak. So.
But like right now, it's on the 200 EMA. Yeah, it's on Mayo.
Yeah. So
how do you know that it's more? It's more likely to go down.
Well, we wait to see what happens out of London. So it's going to end the day in consolidation. we'll get some consolidation. We want to see what it does out of London. If we get a stop hunt to this zone right here, we'll sell. If not, we might get a straightaway off of the EMAs, and it should pattern below the EMAs and drop.
Right.
Let's see. Yeah, but let's look at the week. So this was Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Sunday, Monday, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday. So Tuesday came down, created the low of the week. Price came out. Okay, so what you would have done, we got 3 intraday pushes, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they're clear as day.
Yeah, clear as day. So how do I do this? 1 out of London, 2, 3. 3 intraday pushes, created the low of the week. So this would have been your New York reversal trade. And this went up 80 pips. Cool. But like out of London, you would have saw the pins right here. This is like a type 2 trade. So you would have caught, if you were up for this out of the Asian box, you would have caught, this is a 200 pip move. But price pulled back into consolidation. Then London, same thing. 3 vector pushes to the downside. Either 3 vector pushes to the downside because they're trying to break this low here. One vector candle inducing people to go long or short. Because why? They think that this is a Fibonacci retracement. Right?
Right.
If I'm looking at a retail trader, swing high, swing low, 50% fibber. I'm a 50% fibber, man. Everybody's looking at that 50% fib, looking to sell, trapping people down here that sold down here. Price never came back to that level. So what did they do? Issued 3 vector pushes to the low, didn't break it, gave us a double bottom in the stop hunt zone. Shark fin out of the water. Like, this is clear as day. Like, you know what to do when you see this, right? Like, what you need to do is you need to go back and you need to find these opportunities where it's clear, like, you know what to do. Like, there's no second guessing. You know that this is going to be a buy. So like you would have entered on the second leg. This gave us a second leg of a second leg. So you would have waited for the 513. Boom, give us a candle right there. This is your entry. But you know that this is the low of the week. It didn't break the previous low of the week, so I wouldn't have took profit at the Mayo. I would have just held, and then we keep going. Okay, out of level 1, we got a straightaway trade. They didn't release the volume back here. That's why they didn't do a safety trade, because it just kind of consolidated up. Out of London. Never released the volume that was trapped down here. Shot up. Next day. And this is why you don't counter trend trade, because look, we got a New York reversal right here. People were selling right here, but they just gave you another W and then went back up, hit your stop loss. This is why you don't counter trend trade. Just get in with the peak formation low, and that's it. Only trade W's, don't trade M's. End of the day in consolidation, okay. 3 vector pushes to the low,